So here we go, starting off the day strong. Let's have a nice breakfast of a banana cake. And this cake will be inspired by the story of Elijah in the Holy Bible. And we're going to get bacon. We're going to get cooking. So you're going to add some corn flour to your banana smoothie of choice. Make a banana smoothie and then whisk some corn flour into the banana smoothie until it becomes a nice little thick porridge, thick consistency that then you can bake and make a nice cake. So we've added 11 bananas, we've added a little bit of water, a little bit of orange juice, we've had a little bit of plant milk, and now we are whisking away that corn flour. We add half a teaspoon of baking soda and we add a little pinch of salt. Why not? We're trying to make a bread that's divinely inspired, where Elijah collapsed in the wilderness and an angel came down from heaven and offered him a cake with a jar of water so that he could have sustenance and strength to go out and complete his pilgrimage. So later on today, we're going to have some training. We're going to do some martial arts, and we're going to need to be fueled up to take us through the adversity that the day is going to bring. Let the dough set for a little bit, and then you check on it, and it should become kind of a little thick consistency, not too watery, not too thick, you know what I mean. And that's going to go right on a clay pot, and we're going to get it baking. We're going to turn on the oven and we're going to make a nice cake. That's it, guys. Start off the day strong. Start off the day inspired to make a nice breakfast. So here we go. We fill it up, not to the brink, maybe a little 3/4 full, and we're going to turn on the oven at 180 degrees Celsius, and we're going to let that cook for about 90 minutes. So here we are, making it an extra batch with a smaller clay pot that we have. So we're making 2 banana cakes inspired. These are angel cakes. Guys, let me tell you that when I say that this cake was very good, I say that it was very good. And now a great demonstration on why this lifestyle is the best, because you think, oh, I'm going to make a cake. Maybe there's going to be a lot of dishes and everything's just going to get dirty and the kitchen's going to be full of clutter. No clutter, guys. Very simple. We've got our cakes ready to go in the oven. And now a little bit of water, a little bit of soap, and we will have a nice clean pot. We're making no mess over here. We ain't got time to waste. We're living that martial arts lifestyle. We're cleaning the temple and see, clean, pristine. If I was making this cake with oils and butters and everything else, it would be very fatty, and therefore it would make a mess. And I don't like mess. I want to keep it clean. I want to keep it martial, keep it Shaolin. We got strict orders from the sensei to keep the dojo clean. And here we go. We're going to put that banana bread in the oven. Don't burn yourself. Set it at 180 degrees Celsius and wait 90 minutes and you'll be good to go. And here we are. We're going to do a little taste test. Don't mind the clock. That clock is wrong. It's probably 9:30 in the morning. And here's a test to see if it's ready. Get the little toothpick, poke the bread, and it should be clean. It should leave no residue on the toothpick. Now this big boy is still cooking. You can see that the dough has risen a little bit. This is a very good sign, especially if the bread's unleavened. We're trying to keep it biblical. We're trying to keep the commandments. And here it is, a little taste test of our thinner cake. We used a smaller little bowl, little tray, and tapping it down, it's very firm at the top and kind of soft in the middle. I'm really pleased with how this bread turned out. We really did it justice with how it had divine inspiration. And yeah, it tastes exactly like something that you would want to have if you were going to go on a 40-day pilgrimage. Imagine taking a little bit to go, cutting it up in little pieces. It reminds me of the elves in The Lord of the Rings when they offered the fellowship lembas or whey bread. And this bread supposedly, here we are making the toothpick test, and it's not quite there yet. You can see there's a little bit of cake residue. So we're going to let it cook for a little bit, but it's looking great. And as I was saying, in The Lord of the Rings, the elves give the fellowship provisions for their journey. And this bread, man, let me tell you, it surpassed my expectations. It was kind of like a pudding. It was very thick. It held together well, and it was just very soft. And it's mostly just bananas, so it's actually a fruit cake. So I'm very pleased on how that happened. And it's very mythological. If you could only smell this kitchen when we were baking this bread, the smell in the kitchen was amazing. I can only say it was divine. And you can take a nice thick portion to go. That's the beauty of this breakfast, is that we're on a mission. We gotta go. So we gotta take something. We gotta take some carbs with us, son, so that we can smash in the day. We're about to have martial arts training in a little bit. I need potassium. I need electrolytes, magnesium. I need sugars. I need simple carbs. And I need to be well hydrated. And this bread is doing exactly that. It has even corn flour. So it has both complex and simple carbs. Very jiggly, very soft, but still amazing banana bread. We're making so much carbs, so many simple things. It didn't take very long, guys. It didn't create a mess. And now we have energy. We have fuel to go on a run before the open mat. And I'm going to pack some baby foods in my little pouch and ready to go, rocking the barefoot shoes. It's about 3 p.m., in a little bit. The open mat starts at 5, and we're just ready to go. We're feeling it right now. We're on the run. We come across some more carbs, guys. Nice lady was selling some fruits right on the street. We got figs, we got grapes, we got cherries, everything you need. And now we made it. We're at In Out Academy. Shout out. You guys are the best. This is a great gym, guys. I love it. It's my regular gym. This is where I go and I have fun, guys. This is where I warm up. And that banana bread is hitting. I had so much banana bread, and it's just so light, so fluffy, that it goes great with sports. Any kind of sport, really. I like soccer. I like martial arts. So, I got to warm up. I got to prepare because we have an open mat. We will be doing some kickboxing. That's right, guys. And when I'm doing kickboxing, I'm thinking like I'm a little kid. I grew up on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the Power Rangers, son. I needed to be a ninja. I want to know some karate. And I grew up on karate films, kung fu flicks. Let me know down below which ones are your favorite. 36 Chambers of Shaolin, guys. You got Snake in the Eagle's Shadow. You got the Drunken Master, the Legend of the Drunken Master. Let me know down below if I've missed some of your favorites. Kickboxer. Jean-Claude Van Damme, guys. This is the energy we're going to bring into this kickboxing sparring matches that we're about to do. This is open mat, very fun. I'm like a kid in a play store, getting my mobility in, stretching. I've warmed up. I've built up a little sweat. And as you can see, we're now having to stretch. Martial arts is all about the yin yang. You got the soft and the hard techniques, and they're both very important. I'm doing some mobility right here, opening up the hips, getting my ankle joints, everything nice and lubricated. I'm crawling a little bit. I'm channeling my inner Conor McGregor, prime Conor McGregor, guys. And we're going to have some fun. We're going to pretend that we're in a kung fu flick, guys. That is it. This is the energy that I bring into everything in life. You want to keep that little kid inside you fully carved up, fully hydrated, ready to go. We've warmed up, we stretched, and now let's have some kung fu fighting, guys. Let's express our bodies. Nothing better than the camaraderie that you can build inside of a gym. These guys are our training partners. We got to put in the work together. We're going to do some rounds. So you got to warm up. You got to stay carved up. You got to stay hydrated, loose. That banana bread is now kicking in, and I have some leftovers, guys. I'm sipping on some pineapple juice, right? I'm about to warm up now on a little heavy bag, guys. Get the technique, warm up. It's all love, guys. There's music, the jams are kicking, there's a vibe, and we're just relaxing. We're just channeling our inner Ong Bak, guys. What? So many movies. Kill Bill. Let me know which one are your favorites down below. And we're bringing out the front kicks, guys. The Muay Thai. We gotta mix it all up. This is MMA, mixed martial arts. So we're on our white belt journey, guys. We're trying to keep the beginner mindset. We're trying to learn as much as we can. And we're dancing, we're flowing, we're throwing our techniques. This is what it's all about, guys. This is what it's all about. We're starting to feel ourselves. The music is vibing. I'm just warming up, ready to get into some rounds with these guys. And couldn't be happier, man. This is like a playground for me. It's very cleansing of the soul. Doing some takedown warm-ups and just flowing. We're feeling the carbs. As I said, that banana bread, I'm sipping on a little bit of pineapple juice. I got water. What else do I need to kick it up? Let's go, guys. This is the attitude I want to bring in life. How else would you be able to be ready, firing on all cylinders? Martial arts depends on a lot of physical parameters. You need to be very aware where you are, and it's just great hand-eye coordination, dexterity. Also, the dojo. Dojo in Japanese means space of learning. We are here to learn, guys. We're here to cultivate personal development and abilities and qualities like courage, perseverance, discipline, humility, respect, right? This is what it's all about, guys. Most people think that MMA is brutality and is violence. Maybe the top level athletes, right? The championships, but even then, I have nothing but respect for combat athletes. And I just want to bring the message that it can also be, I don't have any desire in competing. I really just want to learn because I've been doing this since I was a kid. I have a passion for it, right? Whoops, almost slipped there because I'm sweating, guys. I've already broken up a sweat. And we got to stay safe. Martial arts, it's all about self-defense. Sometimes we are our own worst enemies when it comes to life. So self-defense is not just learning how to beat somebody up or learning how to throw a kick or how to choke somebody out. We're here, like I said, to cultivate qualities that we can bring into everyday life. And here I am sparring with some young prospects. And we're going to start off very lightly, guys. We don't want to rush, start off very strong, have fear. No, we're here to dance. We're here to learn. This is what I love about martial arts, guys, is that this is my first time sparring with this young prospect, and he's 19 years old, by the way, right? So here am I, an old man, 32 years old, and I just want to involve myself, surround myself with people that are going to contribute for my personal development. And here we are, we're just throwing light techniques. Sparring is kind of like a play, right? I would advise that you find a nice gym with a good vibe and where your training partners are practicing very safe martial arts, because there are risks. Combat sports is a contact sport, and we're not trying to create any damage on ourselves or our training partners. So it's really just a play, guys. And like I said, we're channeling our very own Kung Fu flicks, guys. Getting in the rounds, moving, breathing, stretching, and we're getting it loose. We did a little warm-up round. Now we're going to stretch up a little bit, keep everything loose. And like I said, I'm here to learn, guys. I'm here to experience life. This is my passion. This is what I love to do. And we can use our imagination as an enhancement of our life. Instead of thinking that I'm going to go into a sweaty gym full of men and it's going to be brutal. And no, I'm here to dance, guys. I'm here to listen to some music and experience the footwork. You got to get the footwork in, guys. You got to stay loose, stay relaxed, stay limber. So that's why I recommend a high carb, low fat diet, because it's the diet that works the best for sports. A lot of athletes, they burn a lot of calories so they can kind of get away with eating whatever they want. So you want to eat clean if you want to stay in this game for a long time. I plan on staying in this game for a very long time. I just don't want to do this in my 30s. I want to be able to still do this in my 40s, 50s, 60s, heck, even 100s. Can you imagine? That's why the legends of these masters is so motivating for me, because I can draw inspiration from these ancient cultures. Guys, there's a lot of martial arts. I not only do MMA, I'm into learning from all the arts, guys. Let me know down below if you practice martial arts. If you're into karate, if you're into kung fu, kickboxing, MMA, Muay Thai, Aikido, Capoeira, you name it, guys. I'm learning it because this is my passion. I grew up playing Tekken on the PlayStation, and here we are flowing around. This is my attitude. This is the attitude I want to have in life. It's just to have fun, guys. We're kicking it up a notch a little bit. Still very respectful, very light sparring. We're not trying to hurt each other. We're really just playing a game of touch, move. Martial arts is all about hit and not get hit. So if you're dancing around, if you're feeling yourself, if you're having a good vibe, you're throwing the kicks, guys. This is like a kung fu movie. Whoa, here we go, bringing out the Shaolin moves, guys. I'm like a dude that walks into a bar and now stuff is going to hit the fan and people are going to go flying. There's going to be roundhouse kicks. People are going to be shattering windows, and that's the attitude. I'm trying to kind of tearing up a little bit because I feel so much emotion when I'm out there. I'm getting loose. I'm playing around with these young prospects, throwing the spinning kicks, bringing out that Wing Chun, that Yip Man Grandmaster style. Here it is, guys. Enter the Dragon. This is what makes me get up every day, guys. Get up every day, get out there, get some sunshine, eat your carbohydrates, stay clean, guys. In athletics, like I was saying before, athletes have a tendency to, because they burn so many calories, they're going to eat whatever they want. They can kind of get away with it, especially if you're young. But as you age, you're going to realize that you want to invest in your health. And if you're about that longevity, then you're going to have to take care of your body, guys. Martial arts, there's a lot of discipline that gets cultivated, as well as if you look at these Eastern arts, like the Taoism and the Kung Fu, and these are very ancient practices, like the yoga and everything else, that carry a lot of knowledge, carry a lot of discipline. And here we are again, changing training partners. We're doing 3-minute rounds with a minute rest in between. And again, I want to start off very light because we're trying to, we're training partners. We're trying to learn, trying to experience, and we're getting a sweat on. We're just playing around, not very violent at all. especially higher level fighters. It's very common that they like to spar very light, especially if you're a professional fighter and you have competitions. You don't want to get injured in training. So you just want to experience all these different patterns from different training partners and stay safe. Yeah, it's just a game, guys. It's just a little, I see it as a little game. It's not a fight. Like I said, I'm playing. I'm playing like I'm in a karate movie, buzzed out the roundhouse kicks, right? So that's the attitude you want to have. As you can see, I'm always bouncing. I'm always moving on the outside. I'm keeping the distance, throwing the combinations. The training partner is working very well. Also, he's walking me down. I feel like we're getting some good exchanges. It's it's a very technical match, and I love this, guys. I love this, and yeah, cultivate humility and cultivate respect and courage and discipline and camaraderie. I feel like martial arts is a great avenue and it's a very good tool for personal growth and development. And that's what it's all about, guys. We're not here to prove that we're the best and we have to win the championship. And no, we're here to learn. We're here to experience. We're here to dance, guys. This is the man dance. You gotta. We're throwing kicks. We're being careful with each other. It's starting to heat up a little bit. We're getting warm, but still very respectful. Very nice training. Thanks again. Shout out In Out Academy. You guys always host us very well. It's a pleasure to train regularly at your gym, and yeah, come on down, guys. Everybody's welcome to come have some fun. Come have some. Let's do some kung fu, guys. Some karate, some Muay Thai. Today, it's all about the striking. Very respectful. I see you even touching gloves at the end. It's just fun, man. It's just like being a little kid all over again. Who's never dreamed about being a Power Ranger or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle? I certainly did, and that's the energy I want to bring into the vibes, guys. It's all about the vibes. Rocking the ponytail like I'm the White Power Rangers. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. That was a good one. That was actually what kind of sparked my martial arts curiosity. And there's beautiful choreography. And as a kid, you're just amazed how we all get inspired by these warrior monk archetypes, whereas somebody very peaceful like a monk in a monastery can also be extremely deadly if they choose to, but they just choose peace, right? We're studying the art of war, but it's really all about peace. It's all about self-defense, protecting yourself against others and also yourself. I believe that we can be our own worst enemies sometimes, and that's why it's worth talking about the diet and talking about the lifestyle, because at the end of the day, you want to protect yourself. You want to keep your arteries clean. You want to keep your temple clean. You want to, this is symbolic. I feel like martial arts is very symbolic. And yeah, it's a great sport. It's a great tool, like I was saying. And we're just flowing, guys. There's nothing violent about this. When it's done with purpose and done with a nice intention, martial arts is just so fulfilling. It looks like we're slow motion, but that's just because we were very controlled with our techniques, hitting the jab there a little bit, and we're loose. That's what it's all about, guys. Getting loose, getting out there, experiencing new things, and learning from everybody. And yeah, that's why I'm grateful that I had the opportunity to carb up that morning, because without that banana bread, without that self love, and baking with good intentions, and yeah, having energy. I'm loose. I'm full of energy, even though we're saving ourselves. we're vibing. We're getting out there. Oh, little spin, bust out the spin kicks. Dragon whips his tail. I'm gonna hit you with that foot sweep. I'm bringing out the Shaolin techniques, guys. 36 chambers of Shaolin. Gordon Liu. What else? Here we have a new training partner. This guy has been featured on our channel before. He is a competitive MMA athlete. He represents Portugal in MMA. He's training for the European Championships coming up. So this sparring match, still we're very respectful, very light, but we're gonna bring it up a notch, guys. We're getting heated up, and it's all respect, man. It's all love. Got clipped right there. It shows that you got to stay focused. You got to stay alert. You can't just be undercarbed, and because you're just not going to perform well, especially in martial arts where it's all about energy. It's all about cardio. Cardio is king, guys, for martial arts. I myself identify as a cardio bunny. I know I'm always doing cardio. I love cardio, but martial arts is also about acrobatics. As you can see, spinning kicks, it's all about strength. It's all about endurance and timing. It's a very neurologically stimulating sport because you're avoiding threats from all angles. Like right there, it clipped me very well, very respectful, very light, but I got clipped right there. And I bring out the axe kicks, guys, very respectfully again, very controlled, and we're just flowing. The vibes are high. The music, oh, we're getting loose now. Now it's heating up. Now we're at a bar. We're in a phone booth. Kung Fu fighting, guys. Karate flicks. Let me know down below which ones are your favorites. Um, yeah, even some cartoons, guys. Some One Punch Man, some animes. Oh, we got the flying knees, busting out the moves, guys. We're going Shaolin on you, and yeah, love it. It's very respectful, very yeah, man. Nothing but respect for these guys, especially people that go out there and actually get in the ring and step into the cage and compete. Nothing but respect. Shows a lot of courage, a lot of dedication, a lot of discipline, and I appreciate that very much. So again, I like to involve myself and surround myself with people that are going to make you grow and make you learn and help you become the better version that you can be. And some things are out of our control, like side kicks to the ribs or roundhouse kicks to, but what you can control is your ability to carb up and be mindful of what you put into your mouth, because that has an effect on your life. If I didn't carb up and if I didn't have a good breakfast and if I'm not sipping on pineapple juice every time we stop and drink some water, then it's going to make it harder. And so that's why I want to be calm. I want to be chill. I'm glad sugar lowers your cortisol and keeps you focused and ready. And yeah, we got to stay ready. We got to stay loose, stay warm up. And yeah, what else am I going to say? I'm going to say that I'm glad, I am grateful for these opportunities and that I get to carb up every day and live my best life. Whatever you want to do in life. Maybe you're into stock trading and you want to be like the Wall Street guys. You need to be carved up. You need to be full of energy. You need to be respectful, and you need to be out there. You need to grind. That's another lesson that you learn in martial arts is the grind, the discipline to do things that are hard. Martial arts, the pillar of martial arts is physical conditioning, guys. And here I am sparring another young prospect, another athlete that represents Portugal in the European MMA Championships. So actually, first time that I'm sparring with him. So I'm very grateful to be around these guys. Nothing but respect for these guys. And here we are, we're loose. We're throwing our techniques. Look how gentle we are, guys. Especially the first time when you're sparring somebody you don't have much experience with, then your best option is to just play around, just work on moves. I'm letting these guys work, and then these guys are letting me work. We're both getting benefits from these exchanges, and it's starting out to be a very technical match. Some good exchanges right there, and yeah, just the ability to express yourself. How do you express yourself? That's why I have a lot of respect for Bruce Lee and these martial arts films, is because it's very symbolic. It teaches you about life, teaches you about yourself, about the universe, about your emotions. And so very grateful to be able to experience this and just move around. Nothing like moving around, sparring with some young prospects that are competitive athletes. So we're busting out the capoeira, guys. We're having fun. We're loose, stretching those hips. The hips don't lie. And I'm very happy on how this match turned out. Very technical match. I feel like this young fighter was very, very good, very loose, very respectful. And again, he's trying to learn, right? He's he's also trying to get as experience with as many people as he can, so that when he comes to competition, that he's ready. And he's faced all sorts of adversities, and yeah, it's all about the experience. Flowing very well. I feel like he's getting a little bit uh, more exchanges. He's getting the better of the exchanges, but yeah, and that's expected. These guys, this is what they do. This is their bread. Um, they're here every day. They train every day. I'm more of a casual hobbyist, I would call myself, but I like to get in some regular martial arts training, definitely. Um, and that's why I feel like the high carb, low fat diet is the best for sports, is because of the physical demand that it takes to put yourself out there day in, day out. You got to warm up right. You got to do your stretches. You got to do your conditioning. So, nothing but respect for these guys. These are some of the most well conditioned athletes on the planet. Um, and we're just here to learn, man. Here to learn. Throwing out the no look punches. It's a vibe, man. Love getting to work with these guys. See, he's getting the better of the exchanges right there. He's moving very well. He's doing the no look dodge. And yeah, it's a vibe, man. Love. This is what I love about martial arts, is that everybody has their own expression. You can become whoever you want. Be a Ninja Turtle, guys. Be a Power Ranger. Be a Shaolin monk, or a Taoist monk, or a Jean-Claude Van Damme. You bust out the jeans and you're in a bar fight, guys. This is what it's all about. Or bring out the nunchakus and the bow staff. Shout out to the Ong Bak and the Muay Thai practitioners out there. Um, and yeah, we always love coming to an open mat. You never know what you're going to get. And you can work on different disciplines. Keep it respectful, guys. We give a little hug at the end of the rounds. It's all love. We're changing training partners. We're getting a sweat in. This is what it's all about, guys. And keeping each other safe. We have the responsibility as martial artists to keep our training partners safe and to prioritize health and longevity in this sport. Because unless you're a competitive athlete, I don't think that you should be sparring very heavy very often. As long as it's controlled and as long as it's loose, and we're pulling our punches here. Nobody so far has given it 100%. We're maybe not even at 50%. We're just 30% power. Just marking our spots. We're exchanging. This is striking, guys. You can bring out different disciplines: kickboxing, karate, Muay Thai. I'm hitting him with the hook kicks, the roundhouses, and letting your training partners work. This is what it's all about, guys. We're we're not here to hurt anybody. That's not if you're scared to start martial arts because you think that it's going to be violent or there's just meatheads or whatever, you need to find a good gym. And usually nowadays in the modern world, you can get some very good gyms out there that prioritize your safety and well-being. And we're just working, we're moving our bodies. This is all about health and longevity, guys. And it's very playful. Also, if you feel lonely or if you don't have much physical contact with somebody, I really recommend martial arts, especially grappling and jujitsu, because I believe that as humans, we need this physical contact and the expression through movement. That if you look at nature, dogs and cats and pretty much everything in the wild, they have these little play fights, and it's part of their growth. It's part of who we are. It's part of what it means to be an animal a little bit. So humans, we can develop philosophies and we can develop ancient techniques and arts, and but we also need to move. We have those physical requirements. um, Hit you with a crescent kick right there, and that's it, guys. That's what it's all about, guys. I That's all I have to say, guys. Really, it's stay loose, stay firm, stay connected, um, and put in some work. Move around. It feels very good to be physically fit and just getting out there and sparring and bowing to each other. It's respect. You see, we're leaving the ego at the door and we're getting in some work. And after 5 rounds of kickboxing, I'm going to be starving. But luckily, there's some provisions, there's some leftover angel cake, and we're going to make some baguettes. We're going to make some bread buns in the oven. We've opened up a can of Heinz tomato beans. We're letting that boil, and we're going to make ourselves some sandwiches, guys. Nice, lean, clean. Look, it's very lean. 0.2 grams of fat per 100. This is very lean. This is what you want, especially if you're an athlete. The best diet for martial arts is a high carb, low fat diet for sure, any day of the week. And other sports as well. Maybe you're into soccer, maybe you're into rowing, or whatever it is. Wall Street, stock markets, you're going to need to be carved up. Maybe you're a chess player. I played chess back in high school competitively. Yeah, I was a little bit of a chess nerd at the chess club. And let me tell you, chess burns a lot of calories. Even though you're just thinking, you're concentrating and focusing and using your mental faculties. And that's going to require some glucose. That's going to require some oxygen. And that's why we keep it high carb for the glucose and low fat for the oxygen. Because fat has a tendency to clog your cells. It can clog your arteries. It prevents the insulin receptors from allowing the glucose into the cell, and you develop insulin resistance and you become pre-diabetic. You don't want that if you're an athlete. Most athletes can get away with eating a little bit more fat because they're just so active and they require calories. But in the long run, in the long term, at least for me, man, I need longevity in my practice. I want to do martial arts for years, guys. I want to be in my hundreds, 200s, heck, even 500. There's legends of 500-year-old kung fu masters that have achieved longevity and immortality through their diet and discipline and cultivation of chi. And I have a lot of respect for all the arts, guys, like I said. especially the Eastern traditional arts of the internal martial arts like Qigong, like your Tai Chi, like your Bagua, right? You gotta be learned in these arts, your yogas. If you're a martial artist, you're gonna benefit from a nice little yoga session or a nice stretch or a nice meditation because the nature of martial arts can be very hard, especially contact martial arts like kicking and striking and even grappling. It's very physical. A lot of strength in grappling. Martial arts is not just cardio. Cardio is king, don't get me wrong. It's the basis, it's the foundation. But especially grapplings when you're doing jiu-jitsu or wrestling, you're going to be doing a lot of isometric strength. So here we are making some bread buns. It's very simple. Just a little bit of tomato paste, a little bit of kimchi, a little bit of spring onion, and we're going to add some beans. You saw what Lauren was having. She made some great beans as well, little burgers. It's all vegan, high carb, low fat, keeps your arteries clean, keeps you full of energy, and rinse and repeat, ready for the next day. You can do whatever you want tomorrow. You can do whatever you want today. You can do whatever you want now. It's all we have, guys, is now. That's another lesson of martial arts, is that use your time wisely. How are you going to nourish yourself? What are you going to do today that will make you a better human being tomorrow? This is it, guys. This is the best diet by far. And if that was not enough, you can eat as many as you want. You can stuff yourself with bean burgers and bean sandwiches, and you can still take a little bit of banana cake to go. You're on a journey, you're on a quest, you're going to need energy and sustenance. So it's better to pack a little lunch for later. You don't want to be undercarved in life. You're going to go on a glucose walk right after you eat, and you're still going to bring a baby food with you. Again, very low fat. Check out the labels. And for the people who say, oh, there are no carbs in nature, this is a very unnatural diet. There's no way you're going to get carbs in nature. Well, I ask you guys, what is this? This is it, guys. This is living the dream. Somebody's got some peaches on their backyard and they're so ripe that they're falling on the ground. And you're going to tell me that there's no carbs in nature? This is it, guys. I wish I could have one of those peaches. They look so good. And even here we got more carbs. We got lemons, oranges, citrus. For people who say that sugar is a poison, no, guys, there's sugar in fruits. The sugar that you get from table sugar or a grape or a fig or a peach or a watermelon is chemically identical to the sugar that you get from table sugar, just good old sucrose. So this is how you win in life, guys. This is how you win in sports, is by keeping a strict, clean diet of whole foods, fresh fruits and vegetables, and you got to get your starches in, and you got to get your sugars in. You got to get your sweetness. We have a sweet tooth for a reason, guys. Our cells live on glucose. Your sperm cells require fructose. Your brain requires carbohydrates, guys. Whatever it is, if it's this cactus fig that's very sweet, or some grapes that you can find pretty much anywhere around Portugal. We have a tradition of winemaking, and we've been perfecting the art of carbs, guys. Breads, pizzas, shout out to the Italians, pastas. Wheat is a very good source of carbohydrate. And again, it's just glucose. We have this fear mongering about carbs in our society, but really, we want to be carved up. You don't want to be doing coffee and stimulants and sleeping pills. No, you need more sleep You need more water and you need more sugar or carbs in your life, guys. That's how you're going to stay lean, fit, and healthy, able to recover well from a nice training session. And you're going to heal up very well from your training if you're nourishing your body with the best foods available, which is carbohydrates, guys. Let's be honest. So if you don't know what to eat, just ask yourself, which foods are the ones that are going to guarantee that you will have energy, that you're going to have vitality, that you're going to get hydration? What is it, guys? It's the fruits and the vegetables, the starches, the sugars. That's it. It's so simple. And this is an investment that you're making in yourself. Even if you're a professional athlete and you require enormous quantities of food to sustain yourself, you have to be smart about which foods you're going to partake in, because rice, corn, beans, those are very clean foods. And if we move up to, what society expects you to eat, which is all these meats, and, it's also very expensive. I'm sharing a very cost-friendly, cheap budget meals and fresh. It's not like decayed flesh, guys. That's not going to power your workout. You can't make a smoothie out of steaks or a smoothie out of chicken cutlets. Let's be honest, guys. The best diet for athletes is a diet rich in life, fresh fruits and vegetables. Most people think that you need a nice steak to be strong and powerful and blah, blah, blah. But really what you're looking for is color. Maybe there's dairy in these ice creams. I think they're just fruit ice creams, but you can always ask people, hey, what are the ingredients? You have the right to know. So after a training session, most people go to Burger King or McDonald's, or they have whatever they have. And we need to be conscious of the choices we make, because Burger King is not going to fuel you. Burger King is not going to guarantee that you have energy and vitality in your later years. And look at that, for $5, $4.99, $3.99. And I can keep a nice physique. Look at that back, guys. Look at those glutes, that crevice, the dip in the glute, and the latissimus maximus muscle. And as always, don't forget to carb the F up.
I'm a level 5 vegan. Carbs, got the fuck up, motherfuckers. Carb the fuck up. Rice, potatoes, yams, bananas, mangoes, steaks, plantains, melons, blueberries, blackberries, malls. Skip them motherfucking carbohydrates. Go vegan, motherfuckers. Carb the fuck up, the fuck up, the fuck up, the fuck up.